I would dress like a 5-year-old spoiled child. How was your commercial break? So unsure. How was your commercial break? Sorry, restricted view, but I am directing this way. Did everyone get a bevy? No. Yeah, what are you having? Having a red stripe. Is it a bit warm? It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. Oh, can we not just have music yet? Thank you. Let's pull back on music. I just want to interact with the human beings that are out here so it looks like I'm a friendly, likeable human being. Would you like to touch me? Just stay there. Just sort of reach up. And I'll sort of reach out, and maybe someone will take a photograph, and then we'll send that to Arts Council, and they'll think I'm a nice person. You've got a camera there, great. No, stay there, honestly, please, don't stand up. You're a bit short. That's okay. Oh, actually, stand up, I'll get more points. Here we go. Wonderful. That's okay. If you go that sort of that way, because the camera's there, you see. You can't teach these things, can you? You're either born with it or you're not. So you'll sort of reach out to me, maybe you look a bit sad. No? Oh. Yeah, great. And then I'll sort of pretend to touch you. Don't touch me. Just keep there, because I just want these people to be able to get my... Oh, for fuck's sake, how long does it take you to open your phone on your app? Oh, fuck. Alright, now, ready? No one want to do a flash? Oh, a boomerang? Okay, so the boomerang is you're going to sort of move towards me slightly, don't touch me, and I'll pretend, I'll do caring face. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, did you get me pulling back? Again? We'll do it one more time. Wonderful, thanks very much. There's So, how did we feel about round 1? It's fun, isn't it? It's quite fun, this. Whose big idea was it not to do this ever again? Me, because the amount of fucking work that goes into it. The amount of emails that I have to respond to, which is like, oh, are any of the judges vegan? I don't care! Kill them! No, don't kill them. It's a horrible thing to say. So, I want to throw over to the judges' houses. Judges' houses, can you hear me? Yeah, we're going to do this one all night, guys.
Yes, I hear you loud and clear, Scotty.
Round of applause for Sophie Hagen, please. Head judge, the Simon Cowell of this evening.
Thank you.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, really good, really good. I'm really into it.
So I just want to do a reflection on the trend round. Why were those choices made? Why did we lose Danielle O'Donnell and Rainbow Delight?
I feel like we were all a bit shocked to see a political statement, but I think we acted maybe too quickly, because I think it was a good statement to make. I think we just saw the flag. That's just my own personal thought, and I do feel bad about losing the 2 contestants, because frankly those people were all better than all of us in this room.
Can we get a retweet to that, please? Do you know what I mean? I was going to say amen, but you know, 8 people nowadays. So, overall, Sophie, how are you and the judges feeling about the talent this evening?
I'm personally very positive. Louise, how are you feeling about it?
Yes, very impressed. I think the standard was really high and we all really felt the pressure. It was quite frenetic, so we had to come up with scores really quickly. So, it's a hard job.
It was essentially a bit Tindery, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wasn't it? Any other thoughts there from the judging table?
Gemma, how did you feel?
This isn't very me. I feel really bad.
Don't fucking lie.
Oh, no, seriously, I feel bad.
I know on the radio and the telly you like to pretend to be a nice person, but I've spent many a time with you at Glastonbury by the long drops, and I know the truth.
Don't believe anything he says.
Do.
I'm excited. I'm also hungry, so I'm looking forward to the taste round.
Well, segue. You can tell that person is a broadcaster, can't you? Because they've set up for the next thing. Are we ready for the next round?
Yeah!
Can I get a ding-dong, please?
Ding-dong!
It's the taste round. our remaining contestants will be cooking, preparing something for our judges, okay? This round takes a bit of time, so patience, please. Okay, let's have our first contestant in this round, please. Contestant number 1, Ali Cat. Round of applause. Ali Cat here with a beautiful chiffon number here. Things are in parcels. They're in parcels. We're going to find out a little bit more about what is in those parcels in a minute, just as soon as they get to the judges' tables. Now, judges, remember, you are judging this one on taste. Wonderful. Ali Cat, if you could come and join me here on the Outpost stage, please, for the taste round, question round. Here we go. Everyone say hi to Ali Cat. Wonderful. Ali Cat, how are you? How are you doing?
Good, I'm good.
Where have you come from tonight?
Bristol.
Anyone from Bristol? Just the one person, and it isn't a white person with dreadlocks, so I'm not sure if they do come from Bristol. I think that might be a lie, actually. I think they're probably from Cliftonville, actually. Clifton, yeah. Tell us what you cooked for the judges.
So I had prepared a dark chocolate pretzel and candy cane individual chocolate bar. Festive.
You know when someone takes the round very seriously? Is there a Nigella in you?
Well, if she'd like to.
Set them up! Judges, can we see some faces? What are we feeling about that? Great. You confessed to me that these aren't vegan.
No, I am vegan, clearly not a very good one. As I was halfway through eating the rest of my pretzels, I looked at the back and there was milk in them, so shit vegan.
Shit vegan parcels, thank you very much for that. Ali Cat! Now judges, we need to see your scores over here, please, because Roxy, where are you, Roxy? Roxy's over there. Sorry, I'm lying. Roxy's over there. Let's see the scorecards, please, for Ali Cat and those shit parcels. Whilst we're doing that, we're going to go to contestant number 3. It's the Chubby Mermaid. Chubby Mermaid. Everyone's saying to me, no, it's number 2. Number 2 got knocked out. I know what's fucking going on. Number 3, the Chubby Mermaid is coming through. Alright, don't fucking milk it. Come on, here we go. We've got to show something. Look. Look. Concept. Chubby Mermaid. I can see a fishbowl. I can see dolphin. I see the sea. We see the sea. Let's get that over to the judges' table so we can have a dose of whatever that is. I can tell you the Chubby Mermaid has come all the way from Peterborough tonight. Any Peterborough people in tonight? Look at that. They were allowed out. Beautiful. Chubby Mermaid, all the way over here now, please. Thank you. Here we go. Look at that. So, judges, remember you're judging this on taste. On taste. So, everything I'm told is edible, but judges, you do eat it at your own fucking risk. I've just got to say that aloud legally. Wonderful. Chubby Mermaid is joining me up here on the stage in a beautiful barefoot. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So, can you tell us what you cooked for the judges?
It's a mermaid's purse. It's a dolphin, not Lundgren, just dolphin. So it's got macaroons in there, Gideon chocolate, didn't make them. It's got like seaweed, edible pearls, and I made some nice vanilla biscuits with a little bit of like blue icing on. I don't know why I've done that accent.
Are you talking like me? Great, and where did you get this recipe from?
Pinterest.
Wonderful. Give it up for the Chubby Mermaid. Judges, please show Roxy your scorecard, please. Audience, how's it going for you so far? Yeah. Bit of a shit one, this one for you, because you only just briefly get to see it. Do you know what I mean? You don't get to eat it. But, you know, it is what it is. Chubby Mermaid. We're now going to go over to contestant number 4. It's Heidi Contagious. Heidi Contagious. Straight in the door. No messing. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, look at that. With this, I have to tell you are really spotting us. No messing about. Straight over to the judges' table there, the fabulous Josh. You know what I mean? Coming back here, judges, do your worst. That looks like a gorgy one, actually. Loving the Alessi top, might I say. Love an Alessi's. Beautiful. So, you've come from Bristol as well. One person clap. Oh, hello. So tell us what you've cooked for the judges this evening.
It's basically a Nutella cake, pretty much. It's officially called a torta gianduia, but it's a Nutella cake.
Do it again.
Torta gianduia.
One more time.
Torta gianduia.
What does it mean?
It means it's like a flourless hazelnut chocolate cake.
Oh, beautiful. Give it up for Heidi Contagious. Judges diving into that cake. Sophie, after 3, can you give us a sound of how you're feeling over there? Great. In which case, contestant number 5, it's Hendo. Hendo has come all the way from Newcastle. Loving the striding we're having now here, fabulous Josh. Proper struts. Delivered, placed down, just like that. No airs and graces, here you fucking go. Wonderful. Judges, oh, you're right there, Mum. My mum is literally in a laughing fit, so I don't know what's just been placed in front of her. But everyone look at my mum briefly. You're right there, Mum. Be careful. What have you cooked for the judges this evening?
It's supposed to be a lemon drizzle cake.
Okay. Now in my head I'm thinking, why is my mum laughing?
It was still hot when I left the house this afternoon, so it's probably not very drizzly.
Okay. Is this the first time you've done a lemon drizzle?
Might be.
Aren't you much of a cook?
I've got an oven that does off an inferno, so I don't really bake.
Okay. Alright, judges, just
Like me
bear
then.
that in mind.
I'm great at pizzas, but that's about it.
And you're an engineer?
Yes.
Josh is going, what do you engineer?
I manage construction projects for
Oh, okay, yeah, cool, great. Give it up for Hector! It was Hector, very, very beautiful. Let's go with contestant number 7, Smashing Monroe. It's a small parcel. It's a big. It's in a big match. It's a big smash. A big smash. We're going to find out what that is. It's come in curated Tupperware, or paperware, or McDonald's shit. We'll just call it that. Sorry, just need to get out of the chest. Here we go. Come up on stage and let us know what you've cooked for the judges. Judges, feel free to open it up and we will tell you what smashing have you cooked for the judges.
It was kind of a combination of being drunk and then waking up and realising how much I love sweet stuff. And also, I'm a McDonald's addict. And also, my own personal branding, fucking Big Smash, what are you going to go for? So you've got your chocolate brownie filling with your yellow fondant cheese. You have space poppers lettuce with a toffee burger sauce and a raisin bun biscuit.
I hear Waitrose calling. There's another career here as a chef. Look at that. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Smashing Monroe. Judges, how is that going down? Look at their faces. Remember, we do need to see the scores. We do need to see those not being over.
Oh, wow!
Oh, yeah. Who knew? Okay, we're going to go to our next contestant. It's contestant number 8, Vanilla Tray Bake. Vanilla in our last round. It's got a wobble. Vanilla in our last round showed us more than we thought we were going to see, and we were very grateful for seeing it too. So, it looks like a tray of jelly. It's very wobbly. There's a lot of it. I'm going to deliver it, please. Oh, this is the first delivery of its kind, and we're having live crew. Josh, you've got some classic going. I can't believe it. Fabulous Josh is enjoying the outtakes there. Beautiful. So, Vanilla Tray Bake, come and join me up here. Tell us what it is you have cooked for tonight's judges.
It's called the Destiny's Child Jelly. Open brackets, I don't think you're ready for this. Well, it was supposed to be an array of jelly breasts. Unfortunately, due to multiple...
Sorry, we're getting a little bit of feedback here, like we're doing a Q&A. We'll give us a minute. Go.
So, it was supposed to be a array of jelly breasts, as I mentioned, but unfortunately, due to using TFL and a warm backstage area, it's now just a jelly tray with assortment of jelly treats and some whipped cream.
Beautiful. Thank you, Vanilla Tray Bake. Please make your way down. Judges, please make sure you show lots of your scorecards for this round. I feel it quite the round. And our final competitor in this round, contestant number 9, it is Chub Rup. He is mixing out. He has got lots of bits and bobs there. So Chub Rup told us backstage this is probably one of the first times he's cooked pastries, I think, was what he said. So we're just going to bear that in mind, judges, and there's a sprinkle of something that might be ketamine. So you say ooh now, you won't be saying ooh later. So Chub Rup, he is coming up here for me, please. Oh look, so apologetic as well, saying sorry, I love that. Chub Rup, what is it that you have made for the judges?
It's an assortment of very soggy tarts.
An assortment of various soggy tarts. Is this your first pastry?
Yeah. Sorry. Really crunchy.
Quite crunchy. Okay, give it up for Chub Rup. Judges, please show the scorecards for the crunchy pastry. Audience, how was that one for you? How was this trend of talent taste? What fucking round am I in? It's taste. They're fucking cooking things. Why can't I get that? It's just up to me. Don't talk to me like that ever again, Fabulous Josh. Can we introduce Fabulous Josh up to the stage, please? Now, Fabulous Josh has been with this show since 2012. 2012. How old were you then, Josh?
I was 21 then. Yeah, very old.
Now, it used to be Josh's job to do everything. Absolutely everything. So I feel the time has come for everyone to give fucking Josh a round of applause. Job tonight, you are having to look after the judges, you're looking after all the contestants. Is everyone being well behaved?
I think just about, but I think after the sugar take of what's going on over there, I do have a little bit of a worry about what's going to happen a little bit backstage. And I know I have had a conversation with Sophie about, some of the triggering food that's happening there, and I think we might continue that later, turn it into a bit of a podcast. What do they think? You up for that?
Sophie loves a fucking podcast. I think she's got about 12 on the go already. Don't, do you know what I mean? Let us sleep. I was going to ask you, in the whole of Hamburger Queen history, what has been, apart from tonight, of course, because you don't want to show bias, but what's been your favourite turn? Who really sticks out in your mind?
Okay, so I think it was in 2012. So, just to give it some context, I just come straight out of uni, I didn't know what was going on, I'd done a degree performance, I didn't know where I was going. Turned up to the show, someone with a fake vulva, with a copy dex bottle, squirting things out with dirty fingernails.
So there was that. I'll tell you what my favourite one was. When I say favourite, I mean the one that I'm most triggered by, was when we had the magician. Do you remember the magician? Look, people are here. The magician who told me it was completely fine that he could put 5 razor blades in his mouth. Now, you would think, like, okay, if anything's going to go wrong, he's going to choke. No. He cut his finger.
There was lots of blood and I didn't have the first aid kit, but the next year I got my certificate, so everything was A-OK.
Round of applause for the fabulous job, please. So, judges, can we have your feedback on the taste round, please? Over to you, Sophie Hagen.
Personally, I am very happy, and I will be taking all of it with me home just to make sure that it's all good. I would love to know how your mother feels about the whole thing. Am I allowed to
know
ask
how
your
my mum
mother?
feels about it, yeah.
They're all fantastic, absolutely fantastic. But my favourite's got to be the hamburger here, because of obviously where we are today. She's put so much effort into it. All very creative, absolutely fabulous, but not as fabulous as you.
And I really wish my baby brother was here to hear that. Because you say now, but I can tell you, my name in my mother's phone is saved as Fabulous Son. Do you know what my brother's saved as? Handsome Son. This is another 6 more years of therapy. I also really love that my mum did a posh voice for that as well. Absolutely fabulous, beautiful. Any other responses over there, please, Sophie Hager?
Charlotte, how are you feeling?
I'm all about the jelly tits, really.
You've said that before.
I know.
Thank you, judges' houses. So, that was our taste round. Round of applause, please. Now, for the next bit, whilst we count up the overall scores, what's going to happen is we are going to have a piece of light lecture entertainment. So this will require a little bit of focus, a little bit of love, and we are very, very pleased. I tell you what, when I say this, I don't ever bring on someone onto stage by saying, we are really fucking ecstatic to have this person here. Lightly, okay? This person, to me, is like that. Like, in my world, they invented the word. Okay? They've written fucking books about it. Not just one, books plural. And that's posh for lots, and some of them, actually. So, please, welcome to the stage, Doctor Charlotte Keeper!
I hope this is working. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Have I got any friends here? Are there any fat people in the house? Are there any fat activists in the house? Alright, well, I've got a quiz question for you. When did fat activism begin? Did you invent it? Did Rebel Wilson invent it? You want to know who Rebel Wilson is? Yeah. She's an actor, and she's a fatty, and she's a rom-com, and she said she invented it, and everybody schooled her, and I had a little cackle because everybody thinks that they invented it, including me about 30 years ago. But the reason people think that they invented it is that we're really cut off from our history. And I thought tonight I'd share some of that with you. So bear with me, we're going to get a bit mystical. How would you feel if I told you that it's possible the first fat activists are 30,000 years old? I got one of them in my bra. So tiny, we need a jumbotron here. The Venus of Willendorf, 30,000 years old. And she's not the oldest, there are older ones, right? The very first depictions of humans were fat women, right? Fat women, between 30 and 40,000 years ago, made out of stone and mammoth tusk. Too much. Oh, and I've got another one as well. Here we go. I got it on holiday in Malta. 4,000-year-old fat lady legs. It's a fridge magnet. But let's jump a bit closer in time. I've got some slides, some pictures from the old family album to show you. Can we roll them, please? Are you going to show them? Oh yeah, so 1967, the Fat-In took place in Central Park in New York. And from that, this guy called Lou Lauterbach wrote a book called Fat Power in 1970. And then in 1971, NAFA, the National Association to Aid Fat Americans, was established. And then from that, who I'm most interested in, the Fat Underground were formed, round about 1971, 72, 73. Now these were a bunch of fat Jewish lesbian feminists in Los Angeles. And you won't have heard of them because history forgets fat Jewish lesbian feminists, unfortunately, but I'm here to remind you that they existed and we would not be here without them. Their ideas are so influential. I'm not even joking about that. And tonight, what I thought I'd do, I'd read you the Fat Liberation Manifesto, written by Judy Freespirit and someone called Aldebaran in 1973. That's 45 years ago. What were you doing 45 years ago?
I didn't exist.
Yeah, right. Anyone here 45 years ago? A few of you.
Yeah.
A few of you. So I'm going to read it out. There's 7 clauses, and I thought maybe we could yell fat power or something in between each one. But before I do that, I'm going to put my reading glasses on, because I'm an old lady. It's all going on in my bra tonight.
All in our bras, so we are for it.
All right then, the Fat Liberation Manifesto. You ready for this? Number 1. We believe that fat people are fully entitled to human respect and recognition. Fat power! We are angry at mistreatment by commercial and sexist interests. These have exploited our bodies as objects of ridicule, thereby creating an immensely profitable market selling the false promise or avoidance of or relief from that ridicule. Fat power! 3, we see our struggle as allied with the struggles of other oppressed groups against classism, racism, sexism, ageism, financial exploitation, imperialism and the like. Fat power. And to that I'd add disableism as well. 4, we demand equal rights of fat people in all aspects of life, as promised in the Constitution of the United States and every fucking where else. And we demand equal access to goods and services in the public domain, and an end to discrimination against us in the areas of employment, education, public facilities and health services. Fat power! 5, we single out as our special enemies the so-called reducing industries. These include diet clubs, reducing salons, fat farms, diet doctors, diet books, diet foods, food supplements, surgical procedures, appetite suppressants, drugs and gadgetry, such as wraps and reducing machines. This is 45 years ago, motherfuckers. We demand that they take responsibility for their false claims, acknowledge that their products are harmful to the public health, and publish long-term studies proving any statistical efficacy of all weight loss problems when evaluated over a 5-year period. They fail utterly, and also knowing extreme proven harmfulness of frequent large changes in weight. Fat power. 6, nearly there, thanks for hanging on. We repudiate the mystified science which falsely claims that we are unfit. It has both caused and upheld discrimination against us in collusion with the financial interests of insurance companies, the fashion and garment industries, reducing industries, the food and drug industries, and the medical and psychiatric establishment. Fat power. Last one. We refuse to be subjugated to the interests of our enemies. We fully intend to reclaim power over our bodies and our lives, and we commit ourselves to pursue these goals together. Fat people of the world, unite. You have nothing to lose. Thank you.
I don't know about you, but if there are like fat people in the room that are also feeling super emotional and charged after that, can we make some noise? Actual, like, riled up, let's go outside and eat some thin people. In fact, let's just go outside and eat Dr. Christian. Okay, everyone all right?
Yeah!
Beautiful. I can tell you the scores have been counted and we are going to lose 2 more beautiful people. Lots of love and solidarity over there for our contestants, please. Can we get a little bit of light on the contestants just so we can see their gorgeous faces? Hello. Hi. Okay. Thank you so much for having the energy and the love and the power to get up and do this tonight. We fucking really appreciate it, don't we?
Yeah!
The 2 people that won't be going through to the talent round are, first one, drum roll please, audience. Hendo. You can stay there, my lovely. You don't want to jump down? Too far. Too far to jump down. All the way from Newcastle as well. You take that fat power into the engineering world, okay? Thank you. The second person who won't be going through to the talent round is, drumroll audience, the Chubby Mermaid. Round of applause. I would just like to say, the Mermaid's Purse is one of my favourite things of all time. Take that fat power back to Peterborough and I shall see you up there. Okay, round of applause. So, we have our final 5 for the talent round. But before we do that, I just want to go out into the audience and I want to find out where Jude Bean is. Jude Bean, where are you?
Yeah.
Jude, come on down for me. Round of applause for Jude Bean. Oh my God, living and in costume, please. Round of applause, welcome to the stage, Jude! Yes! Now, Jude, again, has always been a part of Hamburger Queen. So people, do you remember what Jude Bean's been eating this week? Yes! Love what Jude has been eating this week. So you used to keep a vlog for us and tell us what you were eating this week. Now it's been since 2014, so Jude, what have you been eating since 2014?
Pizza, spaghetti bolognese, stew, battered sausage and chips.
Yes!
3 times a week. Die.
How many times a week do you have battered sausage?
Once in a blue. Yes.
How is the YouTube career going? Because I used to fucking love watching your films on YouTube.
Well, I had to stop it for a while because I had a few problems with the local yobbos. Oh yeah, I had a few problems, like calling me names and all sorts, so I had to call the police and I had to go to the local newspaper to get it stopped. So, and it's stopped now, so... I also say thank you so much for letting me do this, because this has been one of the best things in my life.
Oh, you better work it.
I'm not going to cry. So, Jude, now we always know that you worked at a famous supermarket, but we were never allowed to say where you worked. But I hear we're now allowed to say where you work.
Yes, because I work for Waitrose.
Oh!
When I told my manager I was doing this, I said, can I borrow the hairnet and the paper coat? I said, I want to walk on stage like this. And he went, I had to send him a video of the one where Cologne Faithful Judge. And I had to, and him and his wife were creased up laughing at my segment. So he said, yeah, of course you can. And he said, I want you to film this because I need to see this.
It's been filmed now in the tube. Now, Jude, pressing question. Recently, Waitrose has gone through a rebrand. How do you feel about the change of name? Because, of course, it was called Waitrose, it's now called Waitrose and Partners.
Oh. No different.
Now, Jude, if there were 3 pop stars, you know you get the green tokens at the end. Now, if there were 3 pop stars in your top 3, which top 3 pop stars would be there?
Well, I'll tell you a little story first of all. I went to see Culture Club on the 14th of November and I got meet and greet tickets. And I got my picture taken with the group and Boy George said to me, hello Judy Bean, and gave me a big hug.
So I take from that Boy George would be 1. Another pop star, please.
Kylie, because I
yes, Kylie, yes.
Kylie Minogue, Boy George and...
Rod Stewart.
Actual curveball there, Jude.
Yeah, I watched him on Loose Women with his wife Penny and they come across as such a nice couple.
Yeah, it is, but he does own, I think he, don't quote me on this, no one, but I think him and somebody else from Stockhaven and Waterman own a lot of the railway system. Why do I know this shit? So, Rod Stewart, Boy George, Kylie Minogue, you've done the end of your shot, I've given you 1 green token, 1. Who gets the green token?
Boy George, of course.
Final question, please, Judy. Any pieces of advice that you'd like these people to take away into the world, into their lives?
Just be yourself. You know, doesn't matter if you're fat, thin, whatever. Just be yourself, you know. I mean, what you see is what you get. This is how I am at work.
Yes, come on, Jude.
Good up, God, Judy! Fucking love you. You can find Judy on the internet. Go on YouTube. Some of the best little videos of my life. So, it's now time for a commercial break. We will be back with the talent round after this commercial break.
Well done, Jude.
Ciao.
Did you get it all?
Yeah, how do I start?
Oh, I'll stop it now.